Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, today's video, you might be thinking, that's not a racing game. You're correct, this is Modern Warfare 2, and it actually features the Formula 1 Singapore Grand Prix. Now, obviously, for licensing reasons, it does not feature the official cars, the official drivers, or, well, even the official safety car, which you're seeing here. And it's not actually called Singapore. In fact, it's called Crown Raceway. And instead of F1, it's actually called ICM Racing. So, yeah, it might seem a little weird, but you can tell exactly what this really is and what it's based on. So I thought it'd be cool to do a little tour, kind of give my opinions on this map because, well, it's really actually quite awesome. And it's probably something more unique in terms of Call of Duty maps than we've had in a absolute long time. As you can see, if you go into the pits, you can view all the pit wall monitors and, you know, see the action out on track. And it's kind of really weird that the cars are still out there racing when there's no fans about. And obviously the pit lane is blown up to hell. But, yep, you can literally go around and view everything. You can see all the little sort of pit wall where they do all the sort of communications. As you can see, the cars themselves are really kind of weird. It's sort of a mix between sort of 2016 F1 cars mixed with a bit of the, you know, 2017 cars mixed with a little bit of the 2022 cars, and they kind of just look like I guess a bit of a hybrid between F1 and F2 in the end. But yeah, they actually do have the cars in the pit lane. It's pretty awesome to see. Now, one thing I did actually notice when I was going around, there only seems to be two teams in terms of what you can actually view. So, according to, you know, what I can see in terms of sponsors and stuff like that, I believe there's Rohan Racing and then like Hancock Racing, and that's your lot. They seem to have a bunch of, you know, sort of pit lanes each, sort of pit stops or whatever. Yeah, but there's quite a bit to explore. As you can see, this is one of the Rohan garages. This is one of their cars. As you can see, it's just quite nicely sat there. They all seem to, even though if they're kind of from the same team, have different sponsors on them, which is, you know, kind of giving me sort of F2 vibes. But as you can see, there's plenty to see. Again, you can just sort of go up to the pit walls and view the action. Now, I'm guessing it's not where the actual cars are. I feel like that's just kind of pre-rendered, but the cars do come past, and I'll show them at the end. As you can see, the official drivers from Formula 1 or Formula 2 or anything like that are actually not in this game, so we're just going to have a look at this pit wall. And as you can see, it's another Rohan one, and then they have their other car here. Again, nicely sponsored, number 33, possibly, you know, in reference to Max Verstappen, but obviously not looking like any kind of car he's ever had. And as you can see, they really do look like a bit of a hybrid, to the point where they end up looking between a kind of mix of F1 and F2 cars. And then, as you can see, up this way, there's another car just sat here. Again, doesn't seem like they've, you know, able to reference them too close. Like, none of these cars really look like any of the real things. There is actually one. As you can see, we've got a helmet just randomly sat there. So I'm going to assume this driver just fleed at the earliest chance when everything started going all up. As you can see, we've got some merch stands there, possibly, or something more to do with it. We've got the Ferris wheel as well, obviously very iconic to the backdrop of Singapore. This one though, okay, so I did mention that they don't actually look like the real thing, but you can really tell where the inspiration for this one's come from. Looking like one of the McLarens of recent years. We've just got a little coffee bar in there, as you can see. I'm going to try and get a closer look at the Ferris wheel now. As you can see, this is one of the more iconic backdrops in terms of F1. I feel like it's instantly recognizable. There's also a little building off to the left, which you always kind of see in the background. But yeah, it's just a massive hint of where it's at. It would have been absolutely awesome if they could have got the licensing to actually use F1, but I'm going to assume F1's going to be quite strict around what they can and can't use. We've got some of the team transport buses and trucks and such, so that's going to be where the cars are going to come out from. You can't really get that way. As you can see, here's the sponsors and all the sort of track, I guess, posters and banners and such for the event. I've got another one here, the Rohan Racing, for the Crown Raceway Grand Prix, or whatever they want to call it. Then we've got sort of the teams area. Obviously, this is where people will be able to like get some food and just have a debrief sort of away from the track. Very fancy, this one. I did notice that the Rohan one seems to have a lot more to it than the Hancock Racing one. So I'm going to assume these are the bigger team of the two, as we've got more monitors in here where you can just see what's going on. Another one of the Rohan cars out there, all liveried up, number 26, I believe. So we're just going to head out that way now. So yeah, this is obviously at the back of the pit lanes. This is kind of where you sort of see a lot of interviews done out the rear end, and then obviously we've got the this is one of Hancock garages, I believe. As you can see, it's just not quite as posh. It's quite a basic one. Again, they do have one of their cars just kind of sat on show. Very nice looking livery, to be honest. Do you know what? To be honest, some of these livery designs look better than what we actually get in the F1 games in terms of making our own custom liveries. And as you can see, we've got another bit of a Hancock meeting area there. Looks like where they do the interviews and stuff. You've got like a little bar, just some food and stuff like that. Again, a couple more monitors sort of laid out around the track. And this is where they'll probably do the post-race interviews and stuff for the team. Then we've got this area here. I'm not really quite sure what they'd actually call this. It feels like more of a VIP hospitality area. Again, we've got a bar, some monitors, some tables where people will probably just sit at and kind of just take some downtime. More posters there. And if we go through here, we've actually got a F1 safety car on show, and then we've got a merch stall. So if you want to buy all your Roham merch, you've obviously got your your emergency services parked around. But yeah, I'm guessing the fire crews kind of just bolted as well when things started going kaboom. But you can actually go in the pit garages. Absolutely love this because it's really awesome. Obviously, you usually see it on the TV and stuff at race meetings, but to be able to just kind of walk around with nobody in there, it's quite detailed. Looks very nice. As you can see, you've got the correct colour themes on. If you go back out that way, it takes you towards like the end where the Ferris wheel and such was. So as you can see, they're all kind of like colour themed. You can't actually get in the Hancock ones, I don't believe, but you can get in the Roham ones. So if we just head back this way, and then we go into this building here, you're going to see that again, you're back where the emergency services are, and things like the safety car and such. And if you go back out this way, as you can see, it just takes you back through to the bar. So yeah, really awesome. Tons of little detail, and if you're kind of a motorsport fan, yeah, there's kind of plenty to see and plenty to do, really, just in terms of a view perspective. You've even got your podium up here, and according to this, we had a Brit win with a Canadian in second and an American in third. No other flags up there. I don't think they changed. It was basically the same each time I went in. But yeah, you may have been able to hear slightly in the background that the cars do go round, as you can see. I do think that in kind of a set format, or set formation, should I say, they don't really kind of change positions or anything. But yeah, they do go round. You can go up to the top as well and see them sort of take that corner where they're more in single file, and then they sort of branch out there. And then it's just really awesome. They sound pretty good too. As you can see, there must be an airport nearby. We've got tons of planes taking off. So yeah, I mean, you've got the track. There's no fans or anything in the stands, but yeah, really awesome, really detailed. So they've done a great job, to be honest, Infinity Ward, with this map. And as someone that obviously mainly covers racing games, it was really awesome to actually be able to explore this map and do something a little bit different. So I thought I'd showcase it to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, as I upload gameplays every day, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Don't forget to check out my Discord, my Twitter and all that stuff in the description. Take care, guys. Peace.